get rid of the child than to have one with your lame loser ass, man. Damn, dog, I'm noticing some shit about like white dudes that's racist, dog.
Yeah,
they never
racist.
look like they get coochie. Sorry to be vulgar. I'm just keeping it real with y'all, man.
They
You
kinda-
don't see a whole bunch of conventionally attractive white men on the internet complaining about black people and Hispanics and Indians and Asians and Africans. You don't hear that shit, man.
They usually are, these conservatives, these racists, they usually get no pussy. They usually are zesty themselves. They're gay. You feel me? They're gay. I said this before. If you're racist, you're retarded. You gotta be the dumbest shit on the planet. If you racist, you're dumb. Hey, last video of tonight, man. White and black folks react as whites only town begs for help. Video by Rich by Design. And let's get into it, man. Let's see why they're begging for help. Let's see what's going on.
Black and white folks react as whites only town begs for help.
My name's Nikki, N-I-K-I, I'm 32. I'm a lady.
This is Return to the Land, a group of millennials who organised online to build something radical and controversial. A town for white people only. They
building white only towns. They obsessed with us, bro. We ain't thinking about y'all. Niggas just trying to get through their week and take care of their kids and keep the lights on. Ain't nobody thinking about y'all like that, bro.
That's true.
insist it's completely legal.
No black, no gay, and no Jewish people. That is the rule in this white-only town being built in Arkansas. Nope, this isn't 1950. It's happening right now in 2025 in the Ozarks.
We really live rent-free in their heads, dog. This is crazy.
A group called Return to the Land has built what they proudly call a whites-only community on 160 acres in the Ozarks. They've got cabins, roads, fences, wells, community center, and even a private schoolhouse, all for people who pass their strict racial and cultural tests. To live there, you must be white with European ancestry, straight, Christian, and you cannot be black, Jewish, LGBTQ, or follow a non-European religion.
Hey, dog, based on what I've been learning over the past couple of weeks, man, you know, a few of y'all are going to slip through the cracks because a lot of y'all got some messed up ways, man, especially the ones who are racist as hell. The loudest ones, y'all the ones that if I was to go and search your internet browser history, it'll probably be some alarming shit in there, bro. That's all I'm going to say.
Really?
Only community, only white people are going to be allowed. Probably shouldn't listen to that. So only white people are going to be allowed. What do you mean, people aren't mad about that? Okay, but they're supposed to get really mad about it.
They vet applicants with video interviews, and some are even asked to prove their ancestry. The founders, Eric Orwell and Peter Sears, say that they want to create a, quote, fortress for the white race. In their own words, you want a white nation, build a...
They really are extremely deluded. They really think that because of the color of their skin that they're superior. And that just shows how uneducated and how shallow-minded, how low IQ they truly are. The people that are moving into this white-only town, man. They're so out of touch with reality that they believe all problems come from people that don't look like them, people that are homosexual, and whatnot, all that, or follow a certain religion. They believe that because you don't look like us, you're detrimental to our well-being. We need to isolate from you, or we're not gonna survive, or we're not gonna thrive. Crazy, man. You can fool an uneducated person so easily.
white town. Now,
What y'all gonna eat, man? You ain't gonna have no Mexican food, no Chinese food. You know, I'm pretty sure ain't nobody Italian trying to move out there with y'all. You know,
I guarantee they're still gonna eat those types of food. They're not gonna take it that far as to where they boycotting certain foods.
cook, bro. Y'all about to be eating raisin, potato salad, and string bean casserole. All whack food, bro. Like, come on, man.
here's the thing. They're calling it a private membership association to dodge federal housing laws. Basically, they sell membership shares through a company called Wisdom Woods LLC. And rather than traditional deeds, which they claim makes them exempt from anti-discrimination laws like the Fair Housing Act. And shockingly, well, maybe not, there's already 40 people living on the site and hundreds more worldwide are applying. They say they have things like goat herding, homeschool programs, flute recitals, and even a white baby bounty, basically rewarding white females for having more children. And
Jesus Christ, bro. This is tiring, to say the least, man. They encouraging them to have babies. Why do you need encouragement to have kids? Maybe because your women don't look at you like feasible options to have kids with. Like
that's a funny and reoccurring argument that I keep hearing.
Get rid of the child, then to have one with your lame loser ass, man. Damn, dog. I'm noticing some shit about like white dudes that's racist, dog.
Yeah,
they never
racist.
look like they get coochie. Sorry to be vulgar. I'm just keeping it real with y'all, man.
You
don't see a whole bunch of conventionally attractive white men on the internet complaining about black people and Hispanics and Indians and Asians and Africans. You don't hear that shit, man.
They usually are, these conservatives, these racists, they usually get no pussy. They usually are zesty themselves. They're gay. You feel me? They're gay.
You know what I'm saying? You just don't see
and they're
it.
just dumb overall. They're just dumb. If you can be racist, I said this before. If you're racist, you're retarded. You got to be the dumbest shit on the planet. If you racist, you're dumb.
I saw one of their interviews, and even their dog is white. And get this, they're not stopping in Arkansas. They've already announced plans to expand into Missouri near Springfield. Now,
they so deluded and dumb that they believe a dog's fur color is the same equivalent to like a human's skin color. So if you're a black dog, you got to be a white dog. Oh my God, man.
rights groups like the NAACP and Anti-Defamation League and state officials are calling it what it is, a modern-day experiment in segregation, racism, and legal loopholes.
Something about this white-only community.
I don't think we should care about this. Dude.
Exactly.
I'm going to call a spade a spade. Like, the NCAA should not even be sticking their nose in these people's business. Nobody who works at the NCAA should even care about this. Why would we want to go there in the first place? We not the Hodge twins.
He sets me off, and it sets me off because as a race, anytime black people try to get together and commune and have community for themselves, and only black people living around each other, you kill them. You take them out of here. So I could literally go on and on. Tulsa Massacre, Rosewood, East Street, St. Louis. I can literally go on and on. The Move 5. We can't have nothing, but y'all want to have it and y'all want to live alone. But when we wanted to live alone, you wanted to red room us. This just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, bro, that's some crazy shit when you really think about it. Because the chances of us going to the Ozarks or wherever it is that they at, slim to none. We ain't going over there messing with them people. We want to be left alone. Every time we built something, they came and destroyed it. Even got the federal government involved. They was dropping, you know what I'm saying? They was using planes to put fires on Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? They deputized people to do that. It's interesting. We live rent free in their heads, man.
Furthermore, no one cares if they live alone. Bye, bye, bye. Please get up out of here. Furthermore, all this land is stolen. There were indigenous people here prior to you.
This is none of our land, man. America was supposed to be the land for diversity, the land of everybody, really. That's what it was supposed to be. But these people, these races came from Europe. They got this white supremacy stuff. They think they superior because they skin color brighter. They think they ultimately superior. So they believe they could just take this country over and claim it as their own when it's not even theirs. Come on now, y'all done damn near eradicated the people that inhabited this land when they first arrived with all those diseases and whatnot. Cause niggas couldn't wash their ass.
So when they say things like, I want to be alone, I wish they'd go back to their country, where did you come from?
Hey man, the irony is this, that they're probably walking literally on Native American land over there in Arkansas. Arkansas is a Native American name. That is an indigenous name. Arkansas has a meaning that's, man, hold on, let's do it right quick. I know the word Mississippi means big water. That's an Indian name.
Is definitely
what does the word Arkansas mean? The word Arkansas comes from, there's a quapaw, that means Indian, which means south wind or people who live downstream. The name was given to the tribe by other native groups and adopted French explorers, and it has been spelled in various ways throughout history. Dog, isn't that irony, bro? Y'all are taking people's, it's already been taken. That's the thing. It's already been taken and y'all want to claim it as white only.
They just known for just stealing, they just always trying to steal something. Always stealing, bro. Always stealing. They steal everything. Everything they have, they stole it. Everything they know, they stole it. Everything they just steal.
Indian people can't even live there. That's wild, bro. Indigenous people. And y'all know what the indigenous people look like.
Funniest part about that whites only town in Arkansas, black folks ain't mad, and you're mad, we not mad. So there's a brand new whites only town in Arkansas, and the gag is black people don't even care. Now, I've seen the comments. Aren't black people upset? Why are you mad about this? We gonna clear this up right now. Nobody's upset.
I'm telling you.
See, the one thing black people ain't gonna do is lose sleep over other people that want to create a safe space for themselves. Build your own little town, plant a flag, that's fine. Hang a welcome sign, whatever makes you feel good.
Only person that's mad is Officer Tatum, the Hodge twins, and all that kind of stuff. Like, them the only black people I know that would even want to be within 10 feet of that place.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's truly insane. I just forgot what I was about to say.
To be real about something, because I saw the interviews, I saw the clips. This ain't a town of exceptional people. I mean, think about it. If you drop everything to move to this town, you probably already didn't have much going on anyway,
Facts.
right? And that's not shade, that's facts. So the question is, again, why should black folks care? This is the part that cracks me up the most. Y'all want us to care. I see the confusion in your eyes. I see it.
They want that attention, man. They don't get, you feel me? When they love us, man, but they've been taught that that's wrong, so they can't love us. They gotta just resort to hate. It is what it is, man.
Y'all like, don't the blacks care?
No.
Don't they want to be where we are?
It's like a kid. It's like, okay, it's like a kid, a troublemaker kid that does bad shit, that gets in trouble all the time to get the attention of their parents or whoever is supervising them. It's like that. Just doing shit for the attention. And when you just pay them no mind, they stop that bullshit. They just stop.
Oh,
Nah.
Not
We just
one
want to
bit.
make sure when we build our communities, we're not cheated out of the things that we're supposed to have. That's all we care about, boo. And it's wild because history has shown as soon as black people do build their own thriving spaces, what happened? Some of your people roll up and burn the whole thing down.
Yeah.
But we're supposed to believe now, y'all just want to be left alone. Child, I'm going to tell you what
so
really
that's hey, listen, dog. That's a part of the history, man. Real talk. There's been occasions where a white mob entered into churches and dragged people out of the church because somebody white said that person did them something. They bombed churches. They bombed schools. They
were
about
Christians, by the way. Christians bombing and burning churches is insane. Christians were KKK members. Insane. Insane. Never catch me repping that shit ever again.
black people and black on black crime, but the white on black crime far exceeds it. Real talk. You talk about black people doing this
I don't know about that.
to each other all the time. If you added
That's
up
regular though. They keep saying black on black crime. That's regular. It's white on white crime. That's regular. That's how crime works. It's usually on the same race of person. Asian on Asian crime. Mexican on Mexican. Latino. Like, that just makes sense. That's how it is. It's not crazy that black on black crime exists. That's not crazy. That's just how society works. Same race of white on white crime.
the numbers and compared apples to apples, more black people have been killed at the hands of white people than black people killed at the hands of black people.
I don't know if that's true. I don't think that's true either. I'm gonna have to fact check that.
I'm just calling this
Because they say that crime is intra-racial. So more crimes happen in the same race than from opposite races.
spade a spade at this point, man. Y'all did a lot of shit. Real talk. We ain't just talking about Jim Crow. We talking about everything that y'all have done over history.
Gave it away for me though. The fact that they ran to the media. That's not privacy, y'all. That's desperation. Numbers must be low. If you
did not need exactly. That's a great point, man. That's a great point. That's a great point. You did not need to publicize this like they did. Put this shit on the news. Put this shit on social media. You did not need to. If y'all really wanted privacy, y'all really wanted to be secluded, y'all wanted to be left alone, you did not need to publicize this shit or let anybody know that you're doing this shit. Yeah, that's proof in the pudding right there. You just wanted to make some people mad. You just want somebody to pay attention to you because you fuck with them, but you're trained to learn that you're not supposed to like them, but you do like them. So you just gotta hate them to get their attention. Man, I'm saying them, but I mean us, because I'm black as well. You feel me? I claim my blackness.
Evening news to let them know that you exist, waitlist my ass. See, if black folks were building their town, the media would be the last people that we want to know about.
Keep this under wraps.
We gatekeep. We ain't trying to broadcast. But y'all couldn't wait to hold a press conference. That's not security, that's thirst. So no, we're not upset. We're not jealous. We're not even plotting to crash your party.
Hell no.
Because truth be told, we really don't care. And honestly, that's what really bothers y'all.
Exactly.
Hello, guys, and
Bro, we got too much sauce to be wanting to go over there.
God.
What we gonna do? We like to have fun. We ain't thinking about no damn goats and playing the flute. Real talk, I ain't gonna say all of us ain't thinking about playing the flute. I know some of y'all watching this probably know how to play the flute and play it well, but you get what I'm saying, bro. Like, nobody want to go over there to that lame vanilla shit.
welcome to the jury.
That lame vanilla shit is crazy though, bro.
Report where we get an outsider's view with an insider's clarity. There was a group of people in Arkansas that was trying to create a white-only town where they could feel safe and live apart from everyone else. They imagined building their own little world untouched by diversity, responsibility, or accountability. At first, they treated it like a bold step towards independence, a declaration that they didn't need anyone outside their circle. But reality doesn't bend to fantasy. And now, the same folks who swore they could make it on their own are quietly turning back to the very systems they claimed to reject. Before we proceed, all credit goes to the creators of these videos. Let's roll.
Imagine the food. That food, I know that shit tastes terrible. My God. Bland ass meat. Ugh.
A few more clips and I'll be
Say, dog, that's crazy. They thought they was building Wakanda for white folks, and turned out this shit was more like Wish.com for Wyoming. This is crazy to me, bro.
back with more commentary.
Them folks ain't even make it 2 months without there being talks of them actually failing as a community, bro.
You suck.
I feel like Paul Atreides, Blazing Naga Eve type shit. Oh, that shit is nuts, bro. And I haven't seen anything that like concretely says it has failed. You know what I mean? But I can't infer what they're going through. Because if you look at how the farmers in Arkansas are dealing with the Trump administration, the Trump regime, you know, them farmers are struggling, and I'm assuming that them folks down there are struggling even more.
It's sad, and the kids got to get dragged into that shit too, man. They probably was having fun. They probably had some friends in school, some black friends, you know, other races of friends and whatnot. They just got dragged to this all white, you know, town and whatnot, where it's just like, well, I guess, and they had no choice.
Than the farmers, you know, because it's really funny, bruh. It's really funny because I had a whole bunch of white folks in my comments talking about oh, we don't need y'all, we don't need colors, we don't need the blacks, you know. When it's obvious that you do, you know, like a lot of the labor and a lot of the materials that y'all need in order to survive come from colored folks, come from people of color, you know what I mean? So I'm just do a little victory lap type shit, you know, but I was right, goddammit.
It's just crazy to me, the delusion of some of these people, dog. Like, non-whites have never done anything to whites in America, period. It just doesn't exist.
That's true.
You might have some one-off cases, but as a whole, y'all have always been on offense, and colored people has always been on defense, right? That's the whole reason behind the civil rights movement.
It's crazy how they'll just switch the narrative as if they're just so, like, targeted. They're so, you know, affected, so oppressed. It's crazy how they can flip the narrative and become the victim, or they're trying to.
Wouldn't even let a nigga drink out the same water fountain with y'all. And some of y'all I've seen kiss dogs in the mouth. Not all of y'all. I've seen some black people do it too, but it's crazy how you could be white and kiss a dog in the mouth, but then say, nah, this nigga can't drink out this water fountain right here. That's crazy to me, bro. It's very, very interesting, man. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a couple of videos, you know, this might be anecdotal, this might be some false shit, but I've seen a couple of videos of a whole bunch of white people saying that they don't really bathe, like with washcloths, and they don't really bathe their, you know, scrub their legs, because theoretically, if you wash up here and the soap is here, then it kind of trickles down, and there you go, you're clean all of a sudden.
I heard of that shit. That shit is disgusting. I also heard a lot of stories, a lot of, you know, accounts of, you know, the Europeans coming over and they didn't know how to wash their ass, so they had to learn from the people that they were trying to essentially conquer. learn how to bathe. That's why they was always sick, always had these diseases and whatnot.
That same person would be like, nah,
Dirty ass
man, this Negro
motherfuckers.
getting his pool, we gotta drain this bitch. You can't be contaminating with the goddamn, with the melanated folks. You see where I'm going with this, though? The logic never logics.
So did y'all hear about the people that are moving to Arkansas? They want to build their own town. Stop it. So did you know also that now they are begging the government to help them?
Y'all looking for welfare? Oh my God.
Oh,
Not
my
y'all
God.
looking for welfare, bro.
They want money for housing. They want money for food. I thought you were so above everyone and you can only be white to live here. Really? Use your whiteness and all that money that you claim you have and build your own town the way you said. No one
See, they tell them to lift themselves up by their bootstraps.
cared. No one
Exactly.
cared that you had that land, that you only wanted white people. You had to put in an application and they can deny your application because you weren't white enough and you weren't superior enough. Oh, really? So why do you need that same government to assist you, boo?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so astonishing. I'm so surprised that, moving to a secluded location where you're excluding a certain race because of their skin color, it doesn't solve all your problems. Wow, we just discovered some new shit, man. These motherfuckers, I told y'all, man. Hey, racists are retarded. If you're racist, you're genuinely a retard. And it's sad.
Doesn't even make good common sense. And then they claim that they're so great at building and architecture and engineering, but they're not even qualified. If you look up the qualifications in their town, they don't match.
But the thing is, they've always needed government assistance. You got land grants. You had the fact that they started giving out loans so that people can buy homes because they weren't out there building them themselves, saving up the money, doing the labor. They wasn't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They were steady being supplemented, being given shit, the government was just throwing them shit. Just package after stimulus package after stimulus package. You feel me? Like, they was just getting shit.
They didn't offer that same shit to black people. So yeah, y'all always needed the government, dog. Most black people, especially black people her age and older, guess what? When they bought houses, they had to buy them cash or they had to get on these installment plans in order to buy them. It wasn't a loan, it was an installment, right? And then a lot of times the white people who put them on the installment plans was crooked. Give you a prime example. Let's say the year is 1945, 55, whatever the case is. Let's say you in Detroit. A white person to have a house for sale, let's say they want to sell it to you for $20,000. What will happen is they'll basically give you a month-to-month type of thing and you'll pay it off over time. But sometimes they'll change the damn price. You're just at the finish line about to make your last payment. Oh, the market increased. The house is now worth $30,000. So unfortunately, it's not paid off yet. You got to come up with an additional $7,000. And then some of them will just keep doing that. And then there was nothing you could do as a black person because guess what? When you go to the laws, they ain't on your side.
Exactly.
Always
That's
need
crazy.
handouts, bro. Let's be real.
So the only qualifications it looks like
That's
they
some new piece
have.
of knowledge I ain't never heard of before, man. You learn something new every day. That's some crazy shit.
I'm white.
The idea of a whites-only town sounds powerful only in theory. In practice, it exposes just how much people rely on the work, skills, and infrastructure of those they try to exclude. They may have wanted a place where they didn't have to coexist with others, but you can't build a functioning town on slogans and fear. You need labor, money, medical care, teachers, builders, drivers, public services, technology, supply chains, and a tax base. You need people, real people, not just ideology. When a community limits itself to one narrow group in the name of safety or purity, it also limits access to talent, innovation, and economic circulation. Many of the people drawn to these isolationist fantasies believe that cutting themselves off from the diverse communities will make life simpler and safer. But safety doesn't come from shutting out the world. It comes from functioning within it. Towns that thrive do so because they are connected to other people, other ideas, other resources. What they often forget is that most of the infrastructure they take for granted is built and maintained through collective effort. If they want electricity, water, the internet, those services come from networks that don't stop at the town line. Even something as basic as emergency response, Police, firefighters, hospitals require trained professionals who come from all backgrounds. Shutting out people while benefiting from their labor is not independence. That's hypocrisy packaged as self-reliance.
Hey, that's some crazy shit. Imagine them getting sick and then having to go to the city and the doctor there is black. Boy, that's gonna be some funny shit. Just imagine that, bro. You ain't got no people in your group that's doctors or nurses or any of that kind of stuff, so you got to go back to the city or the nearest town and you pull up.
I guarantee they're still taking that treatment though if it was a black doctor, but if they're crazy enough they might not.
Up there with your problems and the black person got to assist you. That's gonna be tough because it's possible. It can happen.
The challenge they face is economic survival. Small towns don't generate wealth on their own. They need tourism, trade, jobs, and outside investment. If they want to run grocery stores, hardware shops, clinics, construction companies or farms, they need workers and customers. A closed-off town with a limited skill pool cannot sustain an economy. They can't produce everything locally, and they certainly can't afford to import everything without a broader tax base. When somebody new moves in and nobody different is allowed to contribute, the town stagnates, businesses close, schools underfund, hospitals shrinks, and young people leave. That's not safety, that's decay. Isolation also doesn't protect people from the responsibilities of the modern world.
A lot of kids got to get sick, and kids like with no form of treatment because you want to be hateful, because you want to be racist. Yeah, all right.
Shouting about government overreach, end up lining up for assistance when floods come, roads collapse, or budgets run dry. And when the town isn't generating enough revenue, there's only one place left to turn: federal and state aid. That's when the pride quiets down and the paperwork comes out.
This country's so messed up. If they needed the help, they probably would fund this racist white-only town. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with this. And you know what, bro? They sit up there and let it go under the radar for a long time. Like, I was thinking about Lily Gaddis, man. If I had a channel where I just constantly just said nothing but racist shit about white people or any group of people, they would have been got my black ass off. I wouldn't even been able to get to 170 something thousand subscribers. They'd have stopped me at like 3,000 or 4,000 subs, man. Real talk. You can only get on the internet and talk shit about black people that long before somebody demonetizes you, dog. You can't talk about nobody else, dog. You say talk about them people that run Hollywood too much, maybe a video or two and you out of there, partner.
Very idea of a whites-only community also ignores the fact.
Yeah, but we basically covered the points of this bullshit ass town, bro. Hey, they'll let them do what they do, man. They're gonna end up suffering if they want to, like, if they're choosing that path. Like, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, you feel me? If you racist, you a retard. That's the motto, man. I'm forever saying that shit. If somebody come up being racist and shit, you a fucking retard. Hey, let me know what y'all think about this video. You feel me? This just really opened my eyes up to the bullshit, to some of the bullshit in the world. If it opened your eyes up too, let me know of y'all sentiments in the comments down below. I'd love to hear y'all stories, y'all experiences, and I would love to respond to them and whatnot in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good shit. Click on the video that pops up next on the screen. I catch y'all later. Stay cool. Peace out. You feel me?